which is my tutorial series that brings these new engineers into space engineers. We'll do some basic beginning stuff. Now, in episode 1, we covered turning your lander into a rover. And in episode 2, we covered basic beginnings of a base. Off screen, we went ahead and made a few adjustments. We added this nice pillar on top of a stack of 2 regular light armor blocks. And then we went ahead and filled those in and put that up there, which allowed us to have more power. The higher up your turbines are, the more wind they'll catch and the more power they'll make. And then I moved the solar panel over to here so it gets better sun, and through the course of digging out our mine over here, I used the rocks up there, had it refined, and got some more materials to put a second one on there. And then we went ahead and filled in some more floor plates and got the cargo container finished. We also got a little bit of an adjustment on the rover. We got a solar panel started, we got a cargo pod, and we also got an H2O2 generator. So, and we kind of filled in, cleaned it up, and repaired the wheels. So in this episode, we're going to continue with the base build. We're going to call this continuing of the base build. We're going to get the walls on, get a roof on, get a few amenities inside of our facility here if we can. And then we definitely want to get a start on getting the upgrade on the rover, getting the rover at least set up for storing, because we do need to go find ore. Rocks are fine and dandy to get started with, but we do need to go and see if we can't find some iron. As a matter of fact, we may want to get the walls up and be able to get this solar panel set, and we may head out before we even finish with the roof. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So right now, yeah, that's the other thing. We don't have, I don't have any animals set at the moment, but later on in the series we'll cover things like deer and stuff like that. As you can see here, we had an asteroid hit close by. Now, things about asteroid impacts is you can get ore. We did get some iron out of this one during my off-camera load, mining and stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna run down here. Now, we mined low enough to finally get to the ice at the very bottom of this well. And it's a long way down. Wow, it truly is. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to get, now that we've got this mined out, the next thing we need to do is we're going to want to go ahead and get some more rocks out of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to begin mining out this way, widening out this base area. I want to see where all the ice is, and in the process we'll get some ores so that we can be able to get some metals and be able to at least get the floor in place. I'd like to get the floor, the walls in place, that kind of thing. Alright, now let's see here. Now, we did get some oxygen set up with the rover. We do need to get the materials to go over this way, so. And there's more ice out here somewhere, apparently. Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, that's the gravel dump. I forgot about that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these in here. Now we're going to go ahead. We've got some materials already in the queue, so I do want to get these materials in place because we still have a battery to build, and of course, obviously, we want to get some more material. So let's go ahead and dump the rock out. Now, what we might do, actually, we've got some power in here. We also have this here. So what I might do is, I think once we have the solar panels where we can be able to get the solar cells set up on the back of the rover, I think we should probably head out and see if we can't find some iron ore. Because if we can find an iron ore, that is going to be pivotal in the construction of our base. We also need to get our battery built, because if we can get our battery built, we can store the energy that we got coming in. So let's go ahead and go to production, and we'll shift this over as a priority. But as you can see, it's going to take a while to get through there. Now, what do we have? As we get iron and stuff like that, we'll be able to do those things. So we're going to go ahead and jump in here, and we're going to go to third-person view, and then we're going to take the brake off, and we're going to take our rover out and see if we can't... Oh, wait. We got to pause for a second, because what is it we're missing?
Fuel critical.
We don't have our antenna, and we don't have a ore detector on here, so we're going to definitely need to get an ore detector on here. So let's see, do we have the capability to build ore detectors? Let's see. We do. Outstanding. What are we missing for that? And we need steel plates. Alright. So let's go ahead and run back to the base. And first of all, we got a couple things we need to do. We need to mark this on our location. So you're going to go into your main screen, go to GPS, and I'm going to go ahead and hit a button that brings up, that is the square button if you have console. And then I'm going to put our base here. And I do this every time I move to a different location because I don't want to lose it. Now that one's going to say respawn pod for now, so, you know, until we tear it apart and do something with it, that's what it's going to do. So let's go ahead and grab some of these plates. We don't need any of those. We'll grab some of the... I'm just grabbing a few basic supplies. I mean, odds are probably not going to need them, but you never know. So it's best to grab a few and go from there. I'll take 10 of those too, and let's see what we got. Let's see here. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll get an ore detector on here. The nice thing about the ore detector is if you have an ore detector in place, you do not have to worry about... Oh, and we got a detector item in here. We got what we need for those things, because we had them originally. Alright, good. Now the ore detector's back in place. And let's go ahead and get a antenna in here. Now you could go beacon. I mean, that is definitely an option. And in order to get an antenna, we're going to have to go with a beacon. So we might as well just get a beacon and put it in place. And that will at least let us know where our vehicle is. Alright, cool. Now we've unlocked it, we can get an antenna as well. We don't need that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and jump back into the screen, go to our control panel. And while we're at it, we're going to change this from Respawn Planet Pod. We're going to call this... we're going to call this the Hauler. Because that's what we're doing, we're going to haul with it. Then we're going to call it Hauler. And then we're going to go to control panel, we're going to go down to the beacon, and we're going to name the beacon Hauler. And we're going to set this for, we don't need a 26 or higher. We'll set it for 11, that way, no matter where it's at, I'm still going to find it, so. Alright, now, as you can see, we now have ice showing up, magnesium, outstanding. So now we can zoom around and see if we can find some iron, which would be ideal. Alright, there's silicone down underneath this hill. Oh wait, what's that over there? Okay, that's silicone, that's part of Silicone Hill. Let's see what we can find out here. Just kind of driving around looking for a lot of silicone. It seems like I'm looking for iron though. We'll zip on down into the valley here and see what we get. Looks like another asteroid impact. Now, asteroid impacts, they're good because you can get, I'm going to show you here. In this asteroid impact you see down there, there's that shiny. Well, let's take a look. That looks like that would be, that's probably gold. Not sure why it's not registering it, but pretty sure it's gold. Let's take a look. AU. Yep, that is gold. You got to use your Mark 1 eyeballs a lot of times. Oh, what's this? Looks like this one's got a few things in it. It's not exactly gold either. Might be platinum. Sometimes you get different kinds of ores from these kind of impacts. Now, unfortunately, the precious metal ores we're not going to be able to do anything with unless we find a trading hub to trade them for, because we don't have a main refinery. Since you don't have a main refinery, you can't really you can't refine them. So, what do we got? Well, nickel, we can refine the nickel, but the gold we cannot. So it looks like it was a situation where we had some nickel and gold next to each other. So I'm going to drop these materials off in here, and then we'll put the rest in the cargo pod over here. Alright, cool. Well, that was a nice little find of a little bit of stuff, but that's not what we're after. We're after iron. Now you notice I'm trying to stay within a certain distance of the base, about a kilometer or so. Okay, we got gold. Again, can't really do anything with it, but we could get it from the asteroid mining here and save it. Alright, that looks like that's it. Yeah. There's not a lot in there. Alright, let's go ahead and drop the gold off in here. Looks like that's all we're going to fit in there, so we'll put the rest back here. I just didn't want to mix it in with the space where we're supposed to be saving our stuff that we find. The reason why I'm looking for iron ore is because iron ore is going to give us a lot more iron than stone and rock will. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause this for a second, and let's see here. I want to check the ore detector's radius. Okay, good. We've got, oh, we don't have an antenna. That's the problem. I'm wondering why it's not doing it. It broadcasts through an antenna, of course. So it looks like we got to build an antenna. Alright, so we got to go back in here. And let's get our material. We're going to need that, 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 and that. And let's go ahead and build an antenna. That's why it's not registering on our thing. No problem. Okay, where's the other four? Oh, they're in the cargo container. Okay. Well, that's good. And actually, while I'm at it, might as well grab that gold out of there, because we're going to put that back up on the other side. Now that should solve our problems as far as that's concerned. So let's go ahead and dump these off. Alright. Now we should be registering anything that we pick up. Now, it's tricky because usually a light spot of some kind will register an ore underneath, but not always. Staying about 500 to a kilometer. Whoops. But I'm not getting any kind of tree. Alright, I'm not picking up any iron ores at all. I don't know why, but I feel like the reason why we're not finding any iron ore is because we're out in the grasslands. I feel like it's going to be in the rocks in the mountains or something, so... yeah. Sometimes you find that your base, you think it's a good spot, and then you realize it's not as good a spot as you thought. And sometimes you have to move your base. And that is something that we may have to consider while we're tooling around looking for ores that we can't find. Alright, well, I think we're gonna go ahead and head up into these hills here. See if we can find any more ores, but I'm just not picking up any at all. Wow. Well, we're up in the mountains now. You'd think you'd be screaming ore. Yeah, no iron at all. Wow. Let's see if there's any iron over here. Looks like we got some rocks right here. That's a good opportunity for some iron. Gonna zip over to where these rock out formations are here, and gonna come to a stop, and then we're gonna hop out and see if we have any better luck with our drill. And while we're at it, I'm gonna look and see. Now I think I've got, yeah, I got a tank with some hydrogen in it, so we're gonna go ahead and take that, load ourselves up, and we're gonna take to the air and see if there's anything in the rocks. Nope, nothing. Wow. Huh. Usually a discoloration is a good indicator if it's close to the surface, but oh, looks like we're doing this the hard way. Earth-like planets, a lot of times ores are tricky to find. Most planets have, hold on a second. Okay, I gotta find out. I have to check to see if this isn't a rock. It's literally just a rock. Alright, no problem. Here I thought, because it looked like if it was a hill, I thought maybe we were looking at like one of them crashed asteroids or something. I don't usually play on the Earth-like planet, so... but it is an easier planet to work with, particularly if you've got stuff that's, you know, you're just starting out and things like that. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we've got our base set up. Let's go ahead and get it finished. And oh, another asteroid, huh? And what do we got in here? And looks like we got something down here. Looks like silicone. Silicone's going to be really good for when we're working on our batteries and for Windows. Eventually, as you play the game, you're going to recognize different ores because they all look differently. Some are close, some are really close, like magnesium and cobalt look very similar, but they're very different. And you'll learn that as you look at different things, and you'll be able to check them out. Whoops. Speak of the devil. That looks like cobalt or magnesium, one of the two. I'm not sure why it's not picking up on my sensor. Huh. That's weird. I think it's cobalt. Usually it's cobalt that comes in these things. Let me see if I'm right. Yep. Cobalt. Alright, well that was a nice little find. So you see the asteroids do have a huge impact on things. So we're going to go ahead and dump these off in here, and then we'll head back. Now, a basic refinery will process those ores. Cobalt is the heaviest of them all. So we're going to head on back here, come up next to the base. And we're going to take a park. We'll let things charge up. And let's go ahead and grab the materials we're going to grab here. Let's grab our... And then we do have the gold, but we're leaving that in the cockpit because we're going to use that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the stone in there. Silicon, cobalt, and nickel. Alright. And now we've got the stuff out of there. We'll jump down here and start doing our mine in the other direction. Heading to the magnesium. Oh yeah, and that was the other thing we needed to do. So we got two different things we're doing here. Now there is something we can do. If we found an iron deposit, it would make it so much easier because you only get minimal amounts from rock. So it takes forever. But I'm gonna drop the ice off in here. Now you can change priority. Get some steel plates. There we go. Now we'll get even more power. Alright, back down in the hole we go. Magnesium is useful for a lot of things involving bullets. Now when you're on an Earth-like planet, really and truthfully, ice is just fuel. Unless you're up in the Alpine. Hmm, that's interesting. Never seen that before. Why is that like that? Huh. I don't know, some sort of glitch. Weird. I've never seen that before. Now, what we're gonna do, now we have silicone, magnesium are the two things we have around here. Alright, this is where we're gonna go down. That is the quickest way to get a hole.
Inventory full.
Okay, so you wonder what the organics are. Well, the organics are going to be used for when we make our food. I prefer to use an app that provides food, and then I like to have my individual eat periodically, so that is what the organics are for. And we're getting closer. Alright. Alright, we just need the steel plates. I don't think we have any steel plates in here, but I'll check. Oh, we do. Getting this battery is critical, because this will allow us to store material. store our energy. All the energy is being generated by all that is being stored right here. And if you bring this up, you can see input 12, and we're storing a lot. Our input and our output are not the same, which means it's going to be charged. And in like 5 days, it'll be fully charged. So you can set it to recharge with your priority charge it, but all right, that's done. Okay, now given that we've done that, I think the next thing is we need to get our walls up and stuff like that. As much as it would be nice if there was iron around here, we're going to have to do it the hard way. So that means, you guessed it, we've got to go back in a hole somewhere. So let's go over to the hole over here. The only reason why I'm being so cavalier about the usage of the of my hydrogen tanks on my backpack is because meteor store inbound. Yeah, probably be a good idea to get something to shoot those things down so it doesn't crash into things. Oh. Yeah, that's not good. Oh, let's go over here and see what we got. Looks like we got some... Yep, see, got some cobalt here. Nice. Looks like there's more than that. Looks like we got some mixture of cobalt and ice. Alright, now let's check out the other one. That basically is what you do. Now, when you later on, you can get a weapon system like a Gatling gun, or maybe an interior, some sort of interior machine gun or something like that, and they will shoot down those meteors so they don't hit your base. But when you first start out, they're actually kind of useful. Your base is fairly small, so the odds of getting hit are fairly slim. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But these things, when they strike, you can get quite a bit of good material from them. Alright, now let's see here. Sometimes you gotta go up pretty high to see where they all are. I see we're picking it up the cobalt now. As you can see, there's often a mix. It's reading a 0, so. Alright, what do we got? Anything in there? No, we already dug that one out. Let's make sure we get all the rocks, though. Alright. I think we got them all. Jump up high, take a look around. Yeah, I think, wait, there's one over here, I think. Yeah. Nope, we got... Yeah, we got that one too. Alright, cool. Jump up really high, take a look around to make sure. Oh, wait. I think I missed this one, and then there's one on the left. Did we get that? No, we did not. Because there's... The advantages of getting ores is so good because you get a lot more bang for your buck, so to speak. Alright, and then there was another one. Pretty sure there was one over here. Yeah, right there. Or no, that was my... Oh, that's my placer hole.
Inbound.
Oh, another one. I don't see them. Where are they at? Huh. Says it's inbound. Who knows where it's at? Alright. So we gotta take this opportunity and dump off all of our ores. We got all kinds of stuff. We'll drop off this. We don't need that. And we don't need these. So we'll drop those off to put in there too. And we got, oh, uranium. Fun. Gold, which can't be processed. Nice. There's the golden stuff there. Alright. Alright, so... Okay, well, that's how that goes. Now it'll take a while without significant iron, you know, to make those plates. And that's the trickiest part about it, is it just takes a little bit of time. We didn't get a lot of this done, however, I really don't know. I've never seen it do this little star thing. I'm not sure what that is. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go pretty far afield now. See if we can't find some solid ores. Oh, wait. I think that was the other meteor. Yeah. Yep. Looks like silver. Now silver's really good because if you can get a regular refinery and you use silver, you refine it, you can use it to make medical components, which can then get you your survival kits. Alright, let's go ahead and make a deposit. I'll figure out later unless someone leaves it in the comments. Yep, silver. Alright, there's magnesium. Okay. little bit far afield here. And we're gonna see what we can find a little bit closer to these mountains over here, maybe. We've already been to that one. Oh, wow. Now see, if I would have seen that earlier, this lake, this frozen lake, we could have camped out next to that. It'd have been a lot easier to get the ice. See, sometimes you do gotta move your base. It may be something we might do at some point. We are almost 2 kilometers out. Nothing. Wow. Beautiful though. But there ain't nothing around here. All right. All right. Looks like we'll head back and oh wait, there's silicone? Alright. Alright, if there's silicone there might be other ores. So let's keep our eyes open in this general area. There's magnesium again. Seems to be a silicone magnesium heavy planet. I'm not seeing iron ore. Ice, magnesium, and silicone. This might be a planet that's low iron, which is very annoying. Yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to head towards UVPR station, and that's 27 clicks this way. So we're going to head that way right now and see what we can see. Okay. Could be a bit of a tricky situation, I guess. Well, I thought I could just zip on over, but apparently we've got to have a rock gorge in the way. Alright, no problem. Now where is that? Where is my... oh, there's a station. station. It's a bit of a drive, but if we see another station on the way, we can use it, but it might be a good idea to head to the station, see what they have to offer, see where there's other stations, and then head back to our base. And if we see some iron on the way, well, so much the better, right? Wow, this is some thick forest in here. Wow. I think we need to head back to our base, because unfortunately I'm thinking this is going to be a bit more than what this little rover is going to be able to handle. Uh-oh. Well, looks like we're gonna have to do some repairs when we get back. We hit that one pretty hard, did some damage to the undercarriage, so we'll have to check it out. Alright. Alright, so let's see what we did. What's the damage? Oh, that's not so bad. Something came out of the bottom of it, but I don't know what it was. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. Looks like we're still processing. That's good. Alright, cool. So this is where we're at with this. And so what I'm thinking here is the other way we could get to that facility is if we actually just flew there. But there's a danger to that. We don't know how far we're going to get on one tank of hydrogen. And we only have the one tank. So the best option here would be, if we're going to do that, that we take this tank and we fill it to the max. So let's go ahead and hop inside the H2O2 gen and get it loaded up. And then we see how far we can get on a half a tank. I don't think we can make it, but we can give it a try, and who knows, maybe we'll see something interesting on the way. So here's our target, 25 kilometers away. And here we go. Keeping my eyes peeled for any kind of ores. Iron's going to show up red, as we saw earlier. Still making pretty good time. Wow, this is beautiful landscape though. Checking. 79. Yeah, what do you know? We're making pretty good speed. I don't know if we'll make it. Alright, we're gonna keep right there yet, 50% of the tank. Now, when you play with economy, sometimes this is really handy to do because you might have a station that might be able to offer you materials that you need, things like that. Being able to fly like that is really handy. Just be mindful of your range. Alright, we're at 50%. We got 12 clicks, so that is not going to work. So we turn around and head back. Yeah, we'll be able to, it would take an entire tank for us to get there, so yeah, we're gonna need to continue on this way and alright, so we're going to go ahead and sit back to the station. I think this is going to pretty much wrap it up. We made an attempt to try to get to the economy station, but unfortunately it was too far away with one tank. Now we could build or fabricate one or two more hydrogen tanks to be able to make it that far. But is it worth it to us to do that? I don't know. We aren't finding any iron out here, but we are finding silicone and magnesium, so we can at least, you know, make stuff that involves those. We do have rock, which does provide us a small amount of nickel and a small amount of iron, plus we have what comes down in the meteorites. So we have started we've gotten a little further along on our base, and we've done some exploration, which isn't exactly what we had in mind for this episode, but it'll do. So we'll get back to the base, and you know what we're gonna do? I can see this is going to be a very mountainous terrain, so what we definitely are going to want to do is kit out our rover to be for mountainous terrain. So what we can do is a couple of things, and I have an idea. Alright. Alright, and we have 27% left. Wow, that worked out. We probably could have gotten a little further. I have to figure out why this is like that. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I think I just hit progression. Yeah. I don't know what the deal is with that. Huh. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put this back in here so it charges back up. And we'll take it. Alright. So that worked out really well. Let's see where we're at on the materials here. We got some spare batteries, that's about it. And it's still processing the cobalt. It'll be doing that for a long time. Alright, well, I think that's gonna call it. I think it's a really good, it was a pretty good episode, but, yeah. We did get to see what it was like to look around. It still drives me crazy what the heck is up with those things. And then, I think we're gonna, and we saw about getting some more stuff. I think I'm gonna take a second, go down here and get some more, rock. Actually, you know what? We're not. We're gonna go over here to the silicone mines. Get us some more rocks. Gonna do a little bit of mining here real quick. See about getting closer to the silicone. It's a lot faster when you can just use your hydrogen tanks and fly down there. Okay, we don't want the ice, we want the silicone.
Inventory full.
So what I'm doing is, I had a thought for a second that what I needed to do was rearrange things just a little bit. And what I was thinking is this would be better served on the outside. Actually, no, we don't have enough of those yet. Okay, you might be wondering, why in the world is she putting this over here? Well, it's because I want it to line up to the mine below, where we could run a conveyor down there and speed up this whole mining process.
Meteor storm inbound.
Alright, back to production. hear them. I didn't see where they landed though. Okay, so what we're going to do... Now, let's see here. What about right... Alright. Now, on this side here, now this would be 2, so we're going to go ahead and we'll leave that alone for now. And here... Alright, well, this I'm gonna call it an episode. We got a bunch done. As you can see, we got some stuff built on the base. We did some exploration. We got to see about trying to shoot out to the economy base. Didn't quite make it though. Next episode, we're gonna go ahead and get the base finished up. We're gonna go ahead and make a couple of tanks and be able to go out there to the economy base and check it out too. Maybe next time it's going to be totally tricking out the entire rover so we're ready to go on a long trip. We might even uproot the whole base and remove it. A whole lot more to see, a whole lot more for you guys to learn. So next time, stay building, come on down and learn some more stuff about Space Engineers. I'll see you then.